Hi, if you want to know about this marvelous book called A Love Song, let me tell you that you are in the right place. I am Rodrigo Colindres and let's start with this video. Well, this book, A Love Song, tells the story of Zoe Johnson, who is a 17 years old girl and who lives with her family in the countryside. One day, she showed passion for music, and her parents could realize about that. On the other hand, Zoe grew up in a sweet home where everyone used to be happy, and some years later, their lives changed completely because Zoe's family have to leave the ranch and live in the big city, New York, since Zoe pretended to make her dreams come true by going to the university. When they moved from the ranch to New York, they looked for a college where Zoe could study. In there, Zoe met marvelous people, particularly to Olivia Harrison, who became her classmate and later her best friend. And also, she could meet a handsome guy whose name was Christopher Miller, whom later became his boyfriend. And now, as I said before, A Love Song is the story of Zoe, who lives in New York and who have uh, dreams and who lives with her family, including Bea, her mother, Tom, her father, Emma, her sister, and Alice, her grandmother. Some years before, they used to live in the countryside in a wonderful ranch, and where they used to be happy and used to have farm animals such as cows, chickens, ducks, pigs, horses, sheep, and of course puppies. When Zoe was 6 years old, she showed passion for music. She wanted to be a great singer and a great guitarist. Her parents realized about it, but they felt afraid that they won't be able to make Zoe's dreams come true. And some years later, Zoe grew up and she finished high school. As a gift, she received a puppy, which, which became her friend and which she named Rocco. On the other hand, Zoe wanted to start a new stage in her life, so Zoe decided to leave her home and went to the university. But first of all, Zoe's family decided to visit once again their family in the countryside. In there, Zoe spent such a nice time with all her family, where each of them gave to Zoe some gifts for being an excellent student. And also in the trip, she could spend good moments alongside her aunts and cousins, and with whom she was riding horses, climbing hills, and swimming. After the vacation, the Johnson family came back again to New York, and Zoe's a new stage began. Zoe was about to start the university, and in the first day was a total chaos because Zoe realized that she hadn't had the ID while they were toward the university. So she told about it to her father, and and they returned to home for looking the ID and find the ID was a pain in the neck because they didn't found it in anywhere. Fortunately, Rocco found it. So they feel better and they returned with the road toward the university. In there, Zoe was in a tour and she could know the whole university and got information about where each classrooms were located. And at the very first day of classes, Zoe didn't know anyone there, So she felt alone until she met a girl named Olivia Harrison, who became her classmate and later her friend. In the free time, both Zoe and Olivia used to spend their time in the cafeteria or in the library, eating snacks or drinking juice, or reading books or talking about their likes and dislikes. Moreover, in the university, there was a marvelous fountain where they used to spend their free time studying. One day, while they were walking around the university, they could discover a music room where they could find instruments such as guitars, drums, banjos, etc. And when they were at the music room playing some instruments, suddenly they could see a tall and thin boy who had hazel eyes, had brown hair, and who was wearing blue shirt, black jeans, and black sneakers. Zoe was surprised about him, and Olivia was the only person who knew him because he was his classmate in high school. The boy's name was Christopher Miller, and Olivia introduced him to Zoe. Christopher and Zoe felt a connection, and Olivia could realize about it. They talked for some minutes, and then they realized they will be classmates too. Christopher was described as a quiet and very smart guy, and he didn't have enough friends. But Christopher one day asked Zoe if she could play any kind of instrument, to which she replied, "No, I can't play any instrument." So he offered to teach her some lessons. Christopher, at a certain point of the story, became very popular at the university, and all the girls wanted something with him, but he only had eyes and heart for Zoe. One day, Christopher proposed Zoe to sing in public, but she felt nervous because she never did it before. Then Christopher asked to Zoe and to Olivia if they wanted to join him so they could write a song for the upcoming festival. They accept to help Christopher, and Christopher almost all the time was confident with Zoe, so she could not feel nervous in the festival or there when they were writing the song. And when they were writing the song, Christopher includes some stuff inspired in Zoe's beauty. And after all, Christopher said to Olivia that he wanted to declare his love for Zoe and that he will need her help. But before it happened, Zoe went once again to the countryside for visiting her family, and unfortunately, she had a terrible accident while she was riding the horse by losing the total control of him. And after the accident, Dalila, who is Zoe's cousin, looked for help. So Zoe was in shock, and she was carried out toward the hospital, where she received medical attention, and where the doctor discovered serious damage in his arm and a transient blindness. It was painful for all the family, particularly for Zoe, but even though she was sick, she was trying to overcome the accident, and she was trying to be ready for the festival because she wanted to sing alongside Chris. And in the university, Christopher was preparing everything for confess the love for Zoe by preparing a special surprise, and by giving her a bunch of cute red roses. And Christopher was in the place the day that he will confess his love, and alongside many people. And Zoe didn't expect anything about that. So some girls were looking for Zoe, and when they found her, they carried her toward the place where Christopher was waiting for her. And when Zoe was close to him, he started to sing the song they wrote. And while Christopher was singing, Zoe was so close to him, and he took Zoe by her hand and he put her finger beneath her chin, lifted her head up, making her look at him. You are wonderful, Zoe Johnson. You are beautiful. You are kind and polite. You are everything I need on my life, said Christopher. Zoe, would you like to be my girlfriend? Asked Christopher. Yes, I want to be your girlfriend, replied Zoe. At this point, Zoe felt better of her eyes due to the terrible accident she had some days before. And finally, they have a strong relationship and have the opportunity to meet each other's family, and they always support each other in every moment of their lives. And their love starts with a love song. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the themes and symbols because they are truly essential in this story. And first of all, loyalty. Loyalty in this book it's represented by Zoe's family because they always support her dreams and study. Friendship. This is constantly seen in Zoe's family and also in Olivia. Love, Zoe's family represents love in this story, and it is constantly showing by her puppy Rocco too, and it is showing by Christopher, his boyfriend. Passion, this is another essential element in this because for passion, Zoe started a new stage in his life and her life, and for passion she could attend the university, and for passion she could find friends and love. And now symbols. The family and this story is truly essential because they support Zoe's dreams and they gave Zoe the courage to confront life and make her dreams come true. And also music and lyrics. Music play an interesting role in this story because it was the bridge so that Zoe could find love and friends, while lyrics gave to Christopher the courage to confess his love for Zoe. And the university. The university represents all the places such as the cafeteria, the library, and the music room, and of course the fountain where Zoe's dream started in the big city and where she could find love and friends. And the last one, the city and the countryside. The city represents the biggest dreams, while the countryside represents the place where those dreams started and where Zoe was happy. Now I will answer some questions related to this book. And number one said, what the author intended in this book? Well, I consider that the author intended to show how family can be a real support for us in every situation in life, and how real friends can be or through support too, and the cure for illness and how they can support our dreams and be and help us to make them come through. And finally, she wanted to demonstrate through the main character Zoe that making everything with passion, love, could carry us beneficial results in our goals and of course in our future. In my personal opinion, I consider that this book reflects the result of having good people around us, and also the book talks about the values of family and the values of love, and from many perspectives. perspectives perfectly demonstrating in the supporting roles. For example, in Dalila and Olivia, Zoe's family, and also in Zoe's puppy, and even Christopher. This book also allows me to think about what am I doing for achieve my goals, or or it makes me think if I have passion for what I am doing right now, and if I am studying the major that I dreamt when I was a child or teenager. And well, this book makes me think about it. And finally, this book invites me to value my family, friends, and even pets, because they are and will be my real support in my life, and also in what I am doing right now. And in the moral lesson about this book, for me, this book um, showed me through the love story of Zoe and Christopher that I can find love somewhere in the world, and friends too, and that the real friends will easily allow me to make my dreams come through, because they won't took my time for bad things. And also it makes me think, as I said before, that I need to put my dreams over everything without forgetting my family, who will be my support for the rest of my life. So thanks for watching this video.